Bhushan Sharan had in fact met the Lok Sabha Speaker, tendered his resignation as a Member of Parliament, but that was not accepted. Last night, Bhushan got a call from the party president, Mr. JP Nadda, following which he reached to meet him today. Payal, you were talking about why Brij Bhushan is someone who cannot be ignored. He becomes important because of the politics of it, but that's precisely the point which the opposition has made. The reason why the Prime Minister or the government doesn't want to take any action is because of political compulsions. What really happened when he offered to resign? Why did he do so? And of course, the reasons behind not accepting it.
You know, Brij Bhushan Sharan has come out in the public and said that if they find his conduct violative of what the laws are, then probably he will give up his political career. That's something which he said very, very openly and said multiple times. Obviously, so in a fit of rage or probably in a fit of frustration when he offered his resignation was not accepted. And of course, he was then asked to meet the party top brass, which he did. And after the party top brass said that they would, in fact, wait for the entire matter to come to the fore, the whole matter to conclude before they could seek any action against him. Because remember, this action warranted against him was in accordance to a law. It was not accordance to the party discipline which has been there, because on multiple occasions you've seen that leaders who've been violative of the party discipline have been asked to either step aside till the inquiry is over or step down as far as that is concerned. So obviously this is something which has been there as well. Brij Bhushan Sharan has in fact said that he does not he does not really care about a political position. He's not somebody who will stick on to a political position and accept the allegations that have come against him. He continues to maintain that there has been no conduct whatsoever that has been alleged against him. That's not true, and that's going to be proven in a court of law. So he's waiting for that to come. But of course, after he's been summoned yesterday night by the BJP National President, Mr. JP Nadda, there's also a buzz which says that he probably could have a meeting with the party's top leader and of course current Home Minister Amit Shah as well. There's no confirmation as far as that meeting is concerned. As of now, we'll have to just wait and see how this goes about. But for now, he's meeting Mr. JP Nadda, the party's national president, to present his case.
All right. Thank you very much, Payal, for getting us this afternoon big news break. I'm going to go across to my other colleague, Yash Goyal, who also has been reporting from outside JP Nadda's residence. You know, Yash, you got us information from sources close to Sanjay Singh, or rather his camp. What's really the mood there? Are they geared up for a fight?
Well, absolutely, Pallavi. And since this news has broken that this particular letter has been issued, which is suspending this entire body, the Sanjay Singh camp is quite active. And what they are claiming is that they have a point-by-point rebuttal to this entire thing. Because what they have to claim is that the entire due process was followed by the body. In fact, an AGM was called by Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh to hand over this entire body to the members, to the newly elected members. Not only Sanjay Singh, but the entire body was present when this process took place. And in fact, what they have to also say is that this entire process is not hasty. What the term they are using, it's fast-tracked, because the letter which we are talking about mentions hasty, and the Sanjay Singh camp says it's fast-tracked. And in fact, the claim and why they're saying it is fast-tracked is because what had happened and unfolded in the national capital in the last 11 months had wasted a lot of time of a lot of athletes who were actually preparing for under 15 and under 20 trials. And in fact, one very important claim they make is that why this particular decision was made to actually conduct these event in Gonda was that this entire area and this entire Gonda constituency was quite ready with the infrastructure to host this sort of an event, because we know that wrestling is a very popular sport in India, and in fact a lot of young wrestlers actually come for these trials and in fact come for these national, which actually paves the way for them to actually be part of the international tournament. So that is why Gonda was chosen as one of the locations where these nationals were to be happened. But the other important point also which Sanjay Singh's side maintains is that a lot of wrestlers were inching towards the upper limit of the age groups, and that is why these nationals were kept before this calendar year ends.
Okay, yes, do hold on. I'm just going to come back to you. Obviously, we've been getting a lot of reactions. First, one of them, Mahavir Phogat. Let's listen in to him and then I'm going to come back.
भारत सरकार का खेल मंत्रालय का धन्यवाद करता हूं, जो बच्चों की सुनी और बढ़िया डिसीजन लिया है। और मेरे तो खुद के विचार है, मुझे अगर डेवलप जो खेल मंत्रालय है, इसको जो अपने अंडर में ले ले, चाहे कोई भी गेम हो तो हर एक गेम के बढ़िया रिजल्ट आएंगे। ये फेडरेशन की बजाय खेल मंत्रालय अपने अंडर में सभी गेमों को ले ले और अपने जो ना अध्यक्ष या पद जो चिन्हित करे, जो बढ़िया आदमी बैठाए, जहाँ जो कोई भी गेम हो तो सबसे बढ़िया है ये, अगर ऐसा होता है तो। ये जो संजय ये बनाया था, अध्यक्ष बनाया था, ये सब ब्रज भूषण का जो निकट पुतले है, जो ब्रज भूषण का उसे करना है, तो ब्रज भूषण में उसको चेहरे का फर्क है, लेकिन जो पद के ऊपर तो वही है जो उसकी चलेगी सारी। तो इससे जो तो बच्चे जो आहत थे, जो जिस चीज की लड़ाई कर रहे थे, जो धरना प्रदर्शन किया था, वो इसके खिलाफ ही किया था। जो ऐसा आदमी होना चाहिए जो इसके न कोई रिश्तेदार होना चाहिए, इसका अजीजा आदमी बैठ गया, वैसे जो मन मर्जी फेडरेशन में करेगा। फिर जितना संजय था, सारी मन मर्जी जो वो करता ब्रज भूषण वही काम करता। वो आज खेल मंत्रालय ने जो संज्ञान लिया है भारत सरकार ने, तो धन्यवाद करता हूँ मैं खेल मंत्रालय का और भारत सरकार का।
Heard what Mahavir Bhogat says. Many of them have appreciated a decision coming in from the sports ministry, but of course it's a huge disappointment for Sanjay Singh. You've also been reporting that he plans to go to the High Court on this particular issue, but any other defense coming in from his camp on the following of the rules and procedures, because that's the point which is being made by the sports ministry.
See, Pallavi, since the beginning, one of the very key demands of the wrestlers were that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh should be removed from the president's position of the WFI, and not only from his position, but he has also, like, no one should be elected who is considered close to Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. And now what is happening right now is the camp from the Sanjay Singh side or Brij Bhushan, both have to maintain that the entire process is being followed, and not only procedure was followed, but in fact it was oversighted by the courts. In fact, so how now it can be like loop-sided, or in fact not fair and square. In fact, they say the entire process was fair and square, and how these votes were garnered. In fact, Sanjay Singh's camp had received around 40 votes, and in fact the opponent or the wrestler's favorite got around 7 votes. So that is why they say this is a victory which was actually garnered by a due process and not by favoritism of any sort.
All right. Yes, do hold on. I'm going to keep coming back to you, but just let's get a sense of what is this dangle over WFI. This is the new WFI body which has been suspended because of an early morning release which came in from the Sports Ministry. So there's a twist in the tale. First of all, the announcement of conducting the under-20 nationals, according to a Sports Ministry, was done in a hurry. It was hasty. So that's one of the reasons that they've objected to it. According to a Sports Ministry, it didn't follow the provisions of the WFI Constitution. So what is it? The WFI Constitution also says that these decisions have to be taken by the Executive Committee. Also, a minimum notice period for the EC meeting is of 15 days, which needs to be given, and that notice period of 15 days was not really followed. The Secretary General should not be involved was not involved in the Executive Council meeting, which should have taken place. And of course, the newly elected body is in control of the former office bearers, which is Brij Bhushan. The entire reason why this entire controversy broke, you can see those pictures up on our screens as well. And finally, of course, blatant disregard for the norms and the constitutional provisions as per laid down by the Sports Ministry. But let's